There are 3 dimensions of space and 3 durations of time. In other words, everything that enters into the manifest world must adhere to the law of 3. There is no such thing in the physical world as 2 dimensions. Everything in the physical manifestation has height, width, and a thickness. No matter how thin that thickness may be, there is nothing that does not have thickness. This is the prerequisite of the manifest world. We symbolize a 2-dimensional world with drawings, and we think about it so we can conceive of a 2-dimensional reality. It exists, but for it to manifest, it must be 3D and must have a time duration of either beginning, middle, and end, or before, during, and after. These are the 3 dimensions of time. These are the prerequisites. That's how our life is arranged. This is the requirement. 3 dimensions and 3 durations is the requirement of a manifest being. That is the difference between existence and manifestation. There are things that exist that are unmanifest. Pythagoras specified that in terms of the world of number, there are whole numbers belonging to the manifest world and the world of irrational numbers, that is a world of unresolvable continual decimals. Remember, all the roots of the key numbers are irrational. They exist, they have an existence, but they do not have a manifestation. They exist only in the mind. The mind conceives in the 2-dimensional world, and it perceives in the 3-dimensional world. This is very important to understand about the way we think, because we must make that differentiation, what really exists and what is actually manifest. 3 dimensions plus duration creates a 4-fold reality. And that is the nature of the manifest world, the number 4. That's the division you have to have in the manifest world, 4 directions or orientations, because it's occurring in both space and time. The square root of 3 is 1.72, and then it goes on infinitely. It's not perceivable. It's not reducible to whole numbers. 3 is, its root isn't. Very often, all the key formative numbers of sound and embodiment have an irrational root that it belongs to. Everything in manifestation adheres to the law of before and after. In other words, it's implicit in the 3 durations. This is the idea of death. Something begins and something ends. The purely existent world does not have a beginning or an ending. No matter whatever happens, wherever there is a manifestation of 3 of anything, it has a root that will exist forever. In Indian philosophy, they associate the existent level as being the domain of time, while the manifest level requires a space, a spatial location. For space to be manifest, for it to be a determined space, it needs to adhere to 4 directions. Space has the requirements of back and front, left and right, top and bottom, and most importantly, with space, you always have an inside and an outside. Once you fulfill those requirements, you're in a manifest world. Space's domain is the manifest, and time, which is something that we measure, but we never really know what it is, exists. You can imagine a realm that is not manifest but exists, but you cannot imagine a manifestation that does not pre-exist or have its elements pre-exist. That's why the Yuga system is the primary teaching found in India. They do not give a hierarchical priority to time and space, but they give it a successional priority. Time and the structuring of time must occur before there's any structuring in space.